Good morning, everybody. It's Tara here, and I just wanted to do a quick little recap of day two of Brand Your Way to Success, the workshop that I'm hosting this week. It's so awesome. And as you're listening in, I would love to hear where you are listening in from. So feel free to let us know what country or state you are listening in from. I love hearing from people from all over the world. And as I'm talking, if you guys have any pointers or questions or anything to add, please let me know. But I will go ahead and get started. And again, I just wanted to recap. Hey, Emily, good morning. A little bit of what we talked about today in day two of Brand Your Way to Success. So, day two was all about personal brand and why it's important. So, yesterday we talked about the basics of your profile, how to write a perfect LinkedIn headline that draws clients to you, and then also how to optimize your profile and things to think about when you're writing your about section. So, yesterday was really clear as far as your profile goes. And today was just taking it a step farther by talking about your personal brand and how important that is. And we have sunny greetings from Orlando, Florida. Hello, hello. I wish it was sunny here. I'm in North Carolina. It's really cold today. um, but today we talked about personal branding and what it means to have a personal brand, right? So, in order for people to like, trust, and want to do business with you, especially on social media, they have to know that you're first a real person, right? It sounds so simple, but unless you have a really put together profile that shows that you've put in a lot of work and attention to detail, unless you're posting, unless I can see a picture of you, a video's even better, LinkedIn Live is the best. I don't know for a fact that you're a real person, right? So, in order for people to want to do business with you, to want to buy from you, to trust you enough with their money and investment to make that decision, they first have to know you're a real, authentic person, right? It makes sense when you say it out loud, but so many people don't get it right. So, oh, thank you so much. Well, you're here with me today, my friend. So I appreciate you being here. But yeah, that's what it was about today. And we also talked about the importance of staying top of mind awareness with your clients, with your customer base, right? So this actually happened uh, with a member of my personal branding program. And he was asking me a recommendation for somebody in a specific industry to see if I knew anyone that I could call on for my network to help him with something. And I said, you know what? I do have somebody in my network that is amazing at this. The problem, I couldn't refer this person to him because he wasn't at top of mind awareness. I couldn't remember his name. Now, his content is amazing. He is clearly a very talented professional in his field. I would say he was a subject matter expert in his field and industry. The problem is that he is not at top of mind awareness. So that when someone is ready to refer someone to that person, they can't jog the name. They can't act on that referral because that person is not at top of mind awareness. So that was a huge, huge takeaway for a lot of people today who joined in on the call. A lot of folks, maybe they're at a stage where they're developing their personal brand or at least starting the implementation process of it. But what they don't have is that top of mind awareness. Well, that's the goal of marketing, folks. The goal of marketing is that your customer base might not be ready to buy. In fact, most aren't. But when they are ready to buy, that decision is already made in their minds and they already know who to go to for that purchasing decision because you're at top of mind awareness with your network. And this is, again, this is a holistic, organic marketing machine that I'm talking about. This is not something that happens over time, right? So you see how I started with first, you have to get your profile correct. You have to have a really effective headline and about section. I have to know that when I click on your profile, you're going to solve the problem I'm looking to solve so that I can do business with you, right? The problem is that so many people don't have that first round of communication there. So that even if you are a subject matter expert, they don't it doesn't communicate through words, right? Or even if you are a subject matter expert, your profile communicates it, but you don't post, no one's going to know you exist. You have to have that top of mind awareness at all times with your customer base. And that's how really you get, the more of the share of the pie eventually, right? That's how you gain market share. It's not always you have to be the best at everything. You have to be the best known. You have to deliver on that service, absolutely, but you have to be the best known. Otherwise, people cannot refer you if they don't know you exist. You have to keep reminding people and keep, telling them so that you're at the forefront of their mind when that decision is, when someone is ready to make that decision, that purchasing decision, that you are who they think of. Again, top of mind awareness. Hey, Keenan, how are you doing? The ninth island. I'm confused. What is the ninth island, Keenan? You'll have to tell me. But I love aloha. So it sounds like you're in Hawaii. I'm jealous of you very much. Good to see you, my friend. And then Seattle, Washington. We've got Seattle coming in. But hopefully that makes sense. So again, you can't sell anything on social media if you don't have a profile that screams that it's easy to communicate with you, that it just screams what you do and who you serve and how you help them. It's very hard to do that. It's hard to sell on social media, if not impossible, if you don't have a personal brand that people know of, right? That is likable and trustworthy. It's not going to be possible. Then on to layer on top, it won't be possible if people can't refer you because if you're not at top of mind awareness with your client base, right? So start thinking about all of these things. And, again, Las Vegas. I thought I was excited for you. I thought Hawaii for a minute, Keenan. But it's absolutely imperative, right? And, again, when you're thinking of these things and when you're thinking about LinkedIn and you're getting discouraged and you say, I'm here all the time, I'm connecting with folks, I've, starting to develop my personal brand. I don't, I'm trying to post content. This takes the guesswork out of it. So I've developed an online program, and it's not a course, by the way. This is an online program. I have videos, over 30 of them, that show you how to do everything. But then once a week, we also meet as a cohort, as a group, as a mastermind session to bounce ideas off of each other. And again, to get other people to spot check your profile, right? These group meetings are once a week. They're for 60 minutes. They're conducted by me, and I'll have also special guests as well. So you're getting the cream de la creme information about how to succeed and leverage LinkedIn, and ultimately how to turn onlookers into opportunities. And it starts with your profile and then, gets enriched by developing your personal brand. And then farther along, you develop a content strategy that, again, is likable and trustworthy, that people want to buy from, that people are attracted to. And again, it's about staying top of mind awareness. So I teach all of these things in my LinkedIn personal branding playbook. I'm unofficially launching it today because at 2 p.m., I will be speaking with the NASTech Entrepreneurial Center. And they asked me to open up the LinkedIn playbook for them for today. So I'm not supposed to announce it until my talk at 2. But I wanted to just shout out to everyone who's watching this. It's 20% off. It's a 20% off code, and the promo code is NASDAQ, NASDAQ. And it's for their audience of a couple thousand people, but I wanted to go ahead and shout that out before my talk as well, so that you guys had the opportunity to jump on that if you so desired. But it's going to be amazing, folks. Again, this is not an online course where you buy it and you may not take all the lessons and then you may not apply it. This is very much a group cohort where we will be accountable for reaching our goals. So I want to know what everyone's goal is when they join the program. What are they looking to do with LinkedIn? How are they looking to leverage it? Are you looking for reach? Are you looking for more connections with top decision makers? Are you looking for a content strategy that's fail proof? What are you looking for? Are you looking to sell on social media? So I help with all of these things and more. And again, it should take you about 3 months to complete or so. It's nothing you have to do all at once. It's a video a day, really. A video a day, maybe less. And, we meet once a week as a group and go over items learned in the video, go over them in more detail, right? As well as new developments that are happening on LinkedIn. So it's a way to really leverage LinkedIn, and the power of a group is not to be understated, folks, because within a group, you can form connections, right? So you automatically build your connections because you're building them with people in the group. I want every single person in the group to connect up with each other. I also want every single person in the group to support each other's posts. So even if you're starting LinkedIn at day one and have no followers, you're going to have your group's followers now. You're also going to have your group to support your posts. So automatically your analytics are going to increase just because of the support from your cohort, right? That's the idea. We're going to support each other's content, and it's going to be very enriching, right? And that's how we're going to gain reach. For members that are doing really well, I would love to have members on my LinkedIn live shows. Again, to further promote them, to showcase how they're succeeding in the program. I would love to write recommendations for people, right? And I would love to feature them in posts that go out to my network of almost 30,000. That's what I'm looking for. I want every single person that completes this program to absolutely be set up for success, for life. This is something that can absolutely change your life. Why? Because your next opportunity on LinkedIn is literally the next connection you make. It could be the next post you make, the next comment you make. Start thinking about LinkedIn this way. Again, this is not a place for a static resume template. This is a place to add value, to build a community, and to gain reach that creates opportunities for the rest of your life. It's such a powerful, powerful platform. A video a day keeps the troubles away. Absolutely. Thank you, Raymond. You know what? It's so key. These videos, again, LinkedIn Live can be intimidating for a lot of people. Every Friday at 11 o'clock Eastern, I do a LinkedIn Live with my friend Don Cohen. And the show is about LinkedIn Live and why people should do it, right? But he likens it to moving heavy furniture, right? So when you work with somebody that already has a built up network, that already has a LinkedIn Live program, they're moving the heavy furniture for you. So they're moving the couch for you, right? You can move it. It might take you 5 times longer. Or you could work with somebody that already has that built-in network where you can already have that built-in reach and, traction in a very short amount of time. Again, what I wouldn't have given for someone to be able to have that for me 6 years, 7 years ago, whatever it was when I started really leveraging LinkedIn. To have somebody that could do that heavy moving for me. So, so key, so crucial. But we've got some more friends coming in. Thank you so much, Aegean. I've implemented some of your amazing tips on my LinkedIn profile, and I've had 3 people approach me just today. So I had another client, thank you so much, Ajan. I had another client that had a very similar story. I did all the copywriting and SEO and added in a lot of keywords into her profile. I hadn't even done the background banner. We still haven't done the website or anything like that. We just started working with this client. In the first 6 days, 3 clients came to her with no outreach of any kind. That's the power of building a personal brand, but it starts with your profile, right? So, again, building that personal brand, building a really successful profile that acts as a landing page to get you clients coming to you. That's what it's all about. And it looks like Aegean has had so much success. So, that is amazing. And that's the power of working with somebody else, right? So, Aegean, she was on my newsletter. I featured her in my newsletter. That newsletter went out to 5,000 or 6,000 people now. And, people saw it, right? So it's a totally organic, totally unique audience. And that's what it's all about. Again, so many times on LinkedIn, we think we have to do this all by ourselves. And when we do that, we're operating at a one-to-one leverage, folks. How much are you really going to grow operating at a one-to-one leverage? You're going to grow a little bit, but nothing like how you would grow if you operated a one to many leverage. And that's the power of collaboration with other members, especially other members that have in the thousands and thousands of connections. You get a totally organic, unique audience and more leverage than you've ever had, more reach than you could ever have just by working with other people instead of working with yourself, right? So again, you can grow as yourself by yourself, but it's going to be very small and it's going to take much longer time. I've had clients on my LinkedIn live shows that after a LinkedIn live show, they've got hit up with 50 to 100 connections coming to them. And again, those convert to business deals, right? So again, have patience, find somebody in your network, even if it's not me, find somebody else that you can leverage, right? To leverage their network, to leverage their connections, to leverage their reach so that you can again enjoy that same benefit. So I'm so glad, Aegean, that it worked out for you. That is amazing. Lots of people chiming in, but again, that's what we talked about day 2 today was really how to develop that personal brand, what it even means. Because I know the term personal branding sounds ambiguous, right? But what it means is that people follow you. They don't follow a company. People want to hear from you. They don't want to hear from a company. So the power of personal branding is putting that into practice and showing the world who you are as a person, what you believe in, what your core values are, what you stand for, and why. That's going to be the attraction mechanism that attracts the right clients to you. It's not just about getting a lot of attention from anybody and everybody. It's about targeting the specific people that you want. And that's how you leverage a personal brand long term on LinkedIn. So, day 3, we're going to be talking about content strategy. And content strategy is really important, right? So many people I see get one part of it or more wrong. Their profile may not be optimized, right? So they're not attracting the right opportunities there. Because again, your profile is your website. It's your one-page hitter. Their personal brand might not might not exist or be developed, or their content strategy might not be. You have to have all 3 components in order to really set yourself up for success long term on LinkedIn and really leverage LinkedIn and monetize it over time. So that's how you do it. But you have to start, one step at a time. And I always like to start at the profile level because if you can get there, just like with my client, she had 3 people come to her in 1 week, just like Aegean said as well, 3 in 1 week, just from implementing a few key strategy points, right? So start with a profile, then get that really nice and established. Then I want you to work on developing your personal brand, putting your message out there for a wide net audience, right? Getting the right people to connect with you. So important. And then furthering that, you want to enrich that audience that you have through content, through your content creation. And one way you do that is by writing in the voice of your customer. So nobody wants to hear about you, yourself, and you all the time and all of your accomplishments. What are your customers' pain points? What are they experiencing? What are they going through? Start identifying those and get really crystal clear on who it is you want to service and why. And that's how you're going to find a content creation strategy that really works to attract those clients like a magnet as well. So that's day 3, and I'll come back tomorrow with a wrap up of that. But in the meantime, I would love to hear from people who are succeeding with their personal brand or things that I've taught them on LinkedIn. So if anybody I have serviced before, have talked to, if I have worked with you in any kind of capacity, and you have implemented strategies, practices, or procedures that have helped you gain traction or leverage or see results, I want to hear from you. And if you're brave enough, I would love to do a LinkedIn live show with you as well. The reason is because I want to highlight individuals that are taking exactly what I say and putting them into practice and getting results. I want to hear from you guys in a big way. And if you haven't implemented my results or practices or procedures at all, let me know if you have questions. I don't want you to just simply tune in and watch my content. I want you to gain value from it. I want my content to enrich and change your life. But you first have to apply it, right? So if you have any questions that are preventing you from hitting that push button, let me know. Reach out, please. I want you to be successful. I absolutely want you to be set up for success. So, again, as a wrap up, I will be back tomorrow talking about day 3, which is content strategy. But again, for my listeners at my NASTech talk this afternoon at 2, I will be doing a promo code NASTech. That's NASDAQ for the LinkedIn Personal Branding Playbook. It officially launches on the 25th, but with my NASTech talk, I offered to launch it a few days earlier for their audience as well of entrepreneurs. And it's a 20% off code, folks. 20% off this LinkedIn personal branding playbook that again is a group meeting once a week. I am going to hold you accountable for these goals. You're going to tell me what your goals are in the beginning, and I will absolutely hold you accountable. I will help you with reach and leverage because I have done the heavy work. I've got 30K connections and growing. Leverage my connections, leverage my network, gain the reach organically within cohort members as well as with my cohort and with my LinkedIn audience as well. So hopefully that makes sense to everyone. But yes, it's promo code NASDAQ and it's playbook.bestbranding.solutions is how you get to access the site. And it's going to be awesome, guys. This is going to be a life-changing program that will take you to the absolute next level of success that you're looking for. It'll help you sell online, be seen as more credible, be seen as more likable and trustworthy. And again, you're going to get to leverage my network. It's going to be amazing. So, in the meantime, I hope that made sense to everybody. If you have any questions that are preventing you from implementing anything that I have said, please reach out. I'm here to add value and I'm here to support you. Thank you so much. And